It's Friday, May 15th.
I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
O-Train is still we're still looking at the O-Train services and when they will become back on the full line service.
It's a day of great pride, humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing for mental health.
East overtime history in the playoffs. Clarity in front. They score! Montreal steals game one at home.
Unfortunate loss for the Ottawa Charge against the Montreal Victoire. They will play their next game on Saturday night.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb and Will is away today. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it to the end of the work week and the good news is, Rosie, just like your outfit today, we have some sunshine in the forecast and warm temperatures.
I wore it to bring on the sunshine and to bring on the sunshine and the warm weather for the long weekend.
Finally, I think the weather deserves a standing ovation heading into the weekend. It's been so cold and below seasonal. I'm sick of saying the word below seasonal, cold, rainy, wet, chilly. So I'm just excited to finally say warm weather.
You don't have to say below seasonal anymore.
Exactly.
That is good news.
Fingers crossed for a long time.
We are going to get to today's top stories. Had a little bit of a mix up there at the beginning there, but now we get to really come home on O-Train riders. They saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore full Line 1 service by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what is causing the train's problems, like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still can't commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. That does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on all trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing and mental health challenges. The ribbon cutting took place for Ottawa Salas's building on Capigliano Drive. The 54-unit project is designed for older adults living with mental health, substance use, and housing challenges.
It's a day of great pride, but also humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve. And our community, our government, our funders, federal, provincial, local, have come together and made this happen.
The building will provide on-site supports, including mental health services, addiction support, and community programming for residents.
The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoire.
East overtime history in the playoffs. Clarity in front. They score! Montreal steals game one at home.
This is game one of the Walter Cup final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. The first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game two is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before game three in Ottawa Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is, his first Stanley.
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo.
Prime Minister Mark Carney announced the government's new national energy strategy. The big headline, he wants to double the country's electricity grid by 2050. The government says it expects demand for electricity to double over the next 2 decades, and meeting that demand will require what is called generational investments in generation, transmission storage, and grid modernization. The Prime Minister says one of the key items will be linking Canada's fragmented grids.
Today, Canada is powered by many separate electricity grids, most of which aren't connected to each other. In many cases, it's easier to trade electricity with the United States than across our own country. And that fragmentation costs us billions of dollars.
The government is also expanding support for energy-saving retrofits for up to 1 million households. That includes programs that will make it easier for Canadians to transition from expensive technologies like propane, oil, and electric baseboard heating to more affordable heat pumps.
A reminder, there will be a number of closures and service reductions on Monday for Victoria Day. Ottawa City Hall and all client service centres will be closed. There will be no curbside green bin, recycling or garbage collection on Monday, with pickup delayed by 1 day all week. All Ottawa Public Library branches and childcare centres will be closed. OC Transpo buses and O Train lines 1, 2, and 4 will run on a Sunday schedule on Monday. Malls and stores will be open on Victoria Day. Several malls will be open. Most grocery stores, LCBO, and beer store locations will be open on Monday. For a full list of schedule changes, visit ctvnewsottawa.ca.
And the lineup has been released for the first ever FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime show. It will bring music and soccer together on the world's biggest stage, all in support of a special cause.
Shakira, Madonna, and K-pop superstars BTS are set to headline the World Cup final halftime show on July 19th at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium. The match is expected to draw millions of viewers worldwide.
The show, curated by Coldplay's Chris Martin, will be produced by Global Citizen and support FIFA's Global Citizen Education Fund, which aims to raise $100 million to expand access to education and soccer programs for children around the world. Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's going to be an international hit. I mean, I'm surprised that we didn't have like a little Canadian component in that halftime show, but it's okay. International appeal with Shakira.
Oh yeah, and that's such a hit. It just reminds me of Soccer, that song. So you know, it will all come together, and I'm sure it'll be a blast.
And I'm thinking, although the grass might be a little bit damp, this weekend there'll be folks out there on the fields playing soccer because it's going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be gorgeous. Starting today, I can finally say above seasonal temperatures. What a change. We've been dealing with a very cool start to your May. The good news is the later half of your May is looking nice and warm, and finally some temps, a nice long stretch of above seasonal temperatures, including today. 22 is the high. We should be sitting at around 19 degrees, so it'll just be a little bit warmer today, and the sun will set at 8:24 p.m. later on today. Temperatures right now not so bad to start off your morning. We're almost in the double digits here in the city. We're sitting at 9 degrees this hour. It is cooler in the valley, sitting at only 3 to start off your morning. 6 in Trenton, 9 in Kingston, double digits for Cornwall and Montreal. Right now in our skies, we're getting to see some sunshine. So it will be a little bit of a cloudy start to your morning. However, we will still get to see some sunshine over the next few hours into the afternoon. A mix of sun and cloud today. Now there is a chance later on this afternoon that we could see these little spotty showers in the forecast. A slim chance. Some areas might stay completely dry. Some areas may see these spotty little showers in the forecast for us today, continuing late in the afternoon, evening, but overnight it will clear up. Tomorrow morning, the opposite. It will start off nice and sunny again in the morning. It's in the late afternoon again, overnight, that we could still see some spotty showers in the forecast for us. Then Sunday, Monday looking absolutely beautiful. No showers in sight. It will be nice and sunny, and the hot weather will continue into the weekend. And I said hot because we do have some temperatures some days that could be close to the 30s. 22 is the high for us here in the city today. Same within Kemptville, 20 in Brockville this afternoon, 21 out in Cornwall, 20 for the Valley this afternoon, and both Pembroke, Petawawa, 22 as well over in Gatineau. And the nice weather will stick around in through the long weekend and next week as well. Tomorrow's high 23. Similar day today. We will see that sunshine early in the morning. It's those scattered showers late in the afternoon. There's just a slim chance of that. But then Sunday, Monday, absolutely beautiful. Temps climbing to 25 degrees on Monday. As we head into Tuesday, 30 degrees is your daytime high, so we have some very hot weather on the way.
Weather is brought to you by Manatic Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
And no major issues on your roads this hour. So far, so good on your drive-in. We aren't seeing any collisions, and traffic is looking nice and easy to start off your morning commute. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hello there, Adam Scully here in the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Thursday. For it, let's go to Anaheim. Golden Knights taking on the Ducks. Mitch Marner sprung on a breakaway with Jackson Lacombe all over him. Hits the brakes. What a move by Marner. Fakes out Lucas Dostal. Somehow gets creative with this spectacular finish. Marner continuing to get it done in the playoffs as he extends his postseason point lead. It's your must-see moment from Thursday. And tonight on TSN, NBA playoffs, Game 6 between the Pistons and Cavaliers. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Wake up and win with CTV, your morning at beancars.ca. We could pay your bills with a massive $20,000. Imagine what you could do with an extra 20 grand. The possibilities are endless. Today's code word is wallet. Head to the contest page at ctvottawa.ca or scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. Enter wallet with your info for your chance to win. The Your Morning $20,000 Pay Your Bills contest, brought to you by beancars.ca, Carlton Place. Coming up, a new report suggests odometer fraud is on the rise and becoming a huge problem for car buyers. Pat Foran has that story coming up. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Look how beautiful the day is starting out. The sun's on the rise. It's going to be mild. You are watching Your Morning Ottawa. It is 6:12. We'll be right back after this. .14, welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. O-Train riders saw double-car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months, but Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. A reminder, there will be a number of closures and service reductions on Monday for Victoria Day. And after last night's loss, the Ottawa Charge is gearing up for Game 2 in Montreal tomorrow afternoon. Now, let's take a check on the forecast. It's going to be a pretty mild day today. We are getting all the way up to 22 degrees. Starting off mostly cloudy this morning, but into the afternoon, look at that. It's going to be very nice with a slight chance of showers. And then into the evening, we should be at 18 degrees. So not a bad day to enjoy the patio as we kick off the long weekend. And now as we take a quick look at traffic on your Friday morning, as you might suspect, no major slowdowns at 6:15. And looking pretty smooth at this hour. If you're buying a used vehicle, you'll likely check to see how many kilometers are on the odometer. A new report suggests odometer fraud is on the rise and becoming a huge problem for car buyers. CTV's Pat Foran reports.
CTV News has done many stories on odometer fraud. Francisco Jardim bought a truck with 187,000 kilometers. Its actual mileage was 455,000.
I feel ripped off.
Dennis Estevez bought a vehicle with 184,000 kilometers. Its true mileage was 320,000.
Clearly, it was rolled back.
A new report from Carfax found last year in Canada it flagged more than 20,000 vehicles with rolled back odometers. They suspect the actual number that's been tampered with is much higher. With new technology, it's easy to do.
You can go to Amazon and spend $200 or $300 and buy a tool to plug into your car and manipulate the electronic odometer all day long. So that does not protect anyone.
The Ontario Motor Vehicle Industry Council, OMVIC, says its latest report shows more than 2,300 dealers, salespersons, and curbsiders were charged last year, resulting in $1.9 million in fines. About 1,500 cases involved curbsiders, and many of those involved odometer fraud.
They are going to try to make that vehicle look better than it is, and they're going to want to sell it for more.
The good news is that it's not just an odometer that records a vehicle's mileage. Most cars now come with a black box and several electronic modules that also record how far a car has traveled. A mechanic with a scan tool can find the true mileage fairly easily. To avoid rolled back odometers, purchase a used vehicle information package and a Carfax vehicle history report. Check the seller's ID to make sure they're the lawful owner of the car. Ask for service records and have the vehicle checked by your mechanic. While manufacturers could do more to stop odometer scams, Carfax says criminals are never far behind.
As quickly as the OEMs improve their technology, the hackers are figuring it out.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
We'll be hearing from you later on in the show. We are asking you to send us your prom pictures. I mean, it's right around the corner. Maybe your prom pic is a little vintage, happening a little while ago. Maybe it just happened a few years ago, but we want to see your prom pictures. Doesn't it take you back when you take a look at the outfit? I mean, how big was the bow tie or the tie? How big was the hair as well? We want you to share your pictures with us. It's going to be a great time so we could see that, reminisce about your prom experience, maybe even put in a little caption of how the prom went to go along with the pictures. We are looking forward to hearing on that. And coming up a little bit later, because it is still prom week, we are celebrating, we've got a ginormous limo that's going to come by as well. So we can talk about ways in which your grad can transport themselves to the prom. So you really do not want to miss any of that coming up. But first off, we want to see your prom pics. Send us your prom pics, whether they're super vintage or they just happened not too long ago. We want to see them. Sidney Crosby has made the decision to join Team Canada at the World Hockey Championship in Switzerland, which had some wondering if 19-year-old Macklin Celebrini would remain captain. The answer is yes. Let's check in with Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA to get his thoughts. Good morning to you, Bill.
Good morning. Yeah, I needed inspiration this morning. Let me give you a quick background. I was at the gala last night for the Heart Institute, an amazing event. But, Rosie, we don't like to stay up late if we can get away with it, especially during the week. You understand that even better than I do because you're up even earlier than I am. But I woke up this morning. You know, you're having one of those days you think, it's a long weekend. I don't know if I can give it 100%. And then I read that Sidney Crosby is going to the World Hockey Championships in Switzerland. Now, why is that important? Well, first of all, that this guy would even bother to do that after a long and disappointing season. He got injured during the Olympics. His team made the playoffs and surprised everybody, but didn't last very long. He doesn't have to go anywhere and do anything for his country. But Sidney Crosby got out of bed, like I did this morning, and decided he had more to give. Not only that, but young Macklin Celebrini, who was just phenomenal at the Olympics, was made captain of the team before Sidney decided to go. And what did the players decide amongst themselves? Because, of course, they did it, Sidney Crosby. Let the kid keep the captain. And I was just so inspired by his leadership. This is a guy for 2 decades on the world stage, has given everything for his country, asked nothing in return. And you talk to any player who's ever played with him, they will go through broken glass for this guy. They'll walk through a wall for this guy. Leadership like that is so rare and hard to come by. And then I thought, he should run for politics when he retires. But I wouldn't want that. Maybe I'd start to disagree with him on things. No, I want Sidney Crosby the way he is right now, the perfect inspirational leader. Now, Rosie, I have another surprising leader I found right after that.
Okay.
You have time to hear it, or I can go. It's up to you.
Mike, do we have time? Super quick.
Rick Leary, who runs our transit system now, sitting down with CTV and taking responsibility to fix a broken system. open about everything, answering all questions, saying, look, not blaming the past, but going forward, I'll be responsible. You can blame me if there's not a big improvement in 6 months. That impressed me, and that doesn't happen very often when it comes to politics and municipal affairs. So good for him and good for Sydney.
And good for Team Canada. Thank you so much, Bill. Have a great Friday.
Have a great long weekend, everybody.
And remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour.
Have you ever actually flirted with Nikki?
We are checking out this week's new movies in theaters with the one and only Mr. Hollywood. That's coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. It's going to be a mild day. 6:22. We'll be right back. We are wrapping up prom week today with a tour of one of the most incredible limos we've ever seen. So today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking you to send in your prom photos. Email us your photos, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
Yeah, so I didn't submit a photo, but I remember prom like it was just the other day. It was very vivid. I wore a baby blue dress, and it was like the princess style, so it was fitted, and then it went out like an A-line, and it had little blue rosebuds on the top. It was very Cinderella. I had my hair pulled up. It was kind of like the curly updo. That was the style back then. Thousands of bobby pins in my hair and a lot of hairspray.
Yes.
And then I had like a little flower kind of crown that kind of matched the rosebuds on my top. So
I wish I could run back to my mom's house because she's got my prom photos. They're all there.
Yeah.
And I remember pink dress,
beautiful.
silk dress with beautiful sort of, I think it was Asian, like Japanese print on it, and a lovely high collar. And just my hair was out. It wasn't curly like this. It was straightened.
Wow.
And I remember, and I had like black stockings on and high heels that I could barely walk in, but I was trying to be grown. And I remember that. So, you know, the thing is, you remember that, right? Who can forget prom? So we hope that you can share your prom pics with us. We want to see those pictures. Send them to us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, the long weekend is looking like a beautiful one for gardening. We're getting you good to grow with Robert Plante greenhouses in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be right back.
Good morning. It's 6:30. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Melissa Lamb, and Will is away today. He's having an extra long weekend since, you know, we're off on Monday as well. So smart on him because the weather's looking perfect to have a super long weekend. It's going to be gorgeous.
He timed it wonderfully. After all this week, you struggling through with just really below seasonal temperatures, and it was so great.
And it was wet as well. So we got that all out of the way. So now as we head into the weekend, it's going to be sunny and very warm, which I love to see.
That is great news. Why don't we get to today's top stories for you right now? O-Train riders saw some double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore full Line 1 service by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what is causing all the train's problems, like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still can't commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. That does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on all trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements.
The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoire.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Clarity in front. They score! Montreal steals game one at home.
This is game one of the Walter Cup final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. The first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game two is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before game three comes back to Ottawa on Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is, his first!
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo.
Canada's long-awaited electricity strategy has been released.
Are there assets that the federal government has that we could recycle the investment into supporting building new assets?
Is that in a much tougher...
The new plan is to double the capacity of the national electricity grid by 2050. It would also adjust clean electricity regulations to allow natural gas to play a larger role. Prime Minister Mark Carney says affordability is a key consideration, with a goal of lowering energy costs for 70% of Canadian households. Construction is expected to cost more than $1 trillion, and public money will be used to cover some of that cost. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling it a re-announcement of old Liberal policies that, quote, hiked electricity prices.
Canada's top doctor says there are 36 people in the country being monitored for hantavirus after an additional 26 contacts were identified.
We were also notified of an additional 26 travelers who were on the flights but deemed by local European public health as being no risk. Again, in Canada, we are taking a precautionary approach, and we have deemed them to be minimal or low risk as opposed to no risk.
There are now 27 low-risk and 9 high-risk contacts, which include the cruise ship passengers and their close contacts. All are asymptomatic. The outbreak began on the cruise ship MV Hondias when 3 passengers on that ship died from the virus.
Honda is suspending indefinitely plans for a $15 billion electric vehicle project in Ontario. The automaker says the move is part of a larger overhaul of the company's business model. Honda CEO saying they will focus on rebuilding its auto business structure over the next 3 years, shifting focus to hybrid models that are currently in high demand. Honda Canada says the suspension of the EV project will not affect the existing plant in Alliston, Ontario.
Drivers are becoming frustrated after a new section of construction along Highway 417. Now the city confirming this is part of the ongoing Stage 2 LRT expansion.
Lane closures or lane shifts are for Stage 2 work. It's associated with overhead signage that we're putting in along the 417 that has been bundled as part of our project.
Construction work along a portion of the Queensway Highway 417 near Pinecrest Road is causing slowdowns. According to the city, a lane shift is in place until July 28th, impacting a single lane in both the east and westbound directions.
The tour continues. The crew of Artemis II visited the Canadian Space Agency headquarters in Montreal. London, Ontario's Jeremy Hansen reflected on what he learned during the historic mission about Canada's contributions in space.
Nothing changed about what I thought Canada was capable of, but I sure did enjoy seeing it in real life and feeling it with my own eyes, and like being out there as a human in space representing our extraordinary country, the extraordinary work that we have talked about many times, Minister.
Yep.
Literally decades of Canadian innovation that put us in this situation.
The astronauts traveled to the far side of the moon during last month's 10-day mission. They went further from Earth than any humans have done before. Fascinating.
I saw them here in Ottawa at the NAC just a couple of days ago, and I think every answer that they gave, we all clapped.
I bet.
And the audience was riveted. They are so wonderful, and they talk so much about humanity, cooperation, and working together.
I love that.
we could relate to it in some small way, them being way out in space.
Absolutely.
They're brilliant. They're heroes.
Oh, absolutely. It was such an incredible mission, and I look forward to seeing, us venture out to space even more. We do have your forecast for today. It's going to be an absolutely stunning day, as well as the weekend. Still a chance of those spotty showers for us today, but don't worry. It's not going to ruin your afternoon if we do see some showers in the forecast today or tomorrow. Currently, temperatures still sitting at 9 degrees, so almost in those low double digits to start off your morning. It is 9 in Kingston, Brockville, 10 in Cornwall currently. This is a look at our skies. So pretty clear for the most part throughout most of the day, but you'll see these little green bubbles. There is a chance of some scattered showers. This is late this afternoon around 5 p.m. So most of the afternoon, early afternoon, it will stay dry. We will see that sunshine, but you can see how quickly it disappears. So not a lot of rain in sight today if we see any at all, just about a 30% chance. This is tomorrow night. So most of the rain, if we see any, will be late in the afternoon, evening hours, or overnight. So it's not going to ruin the weekend plans. Tomorrow morning, nice and sunny, but then at nighttime, it looks like later evening, overnight, we could see some spotty showers, but again, it clears out really quickly. Then as we head into Sunday, Monday, nice, clear, dry conditions on the way. 22 is the high for Ottawa today, so temperatures above seasonal. I love saying that. I hope I could say that for the rest of the month. 20 degrees in the Valley today, 18 in Bancroft, 19 in Trenton, 20 as well in Kingston, and in Petawawa, 22 is the daytime high in Gatineau. So over the next few days, we will get to see sunshine, and look at that. Temperatures in the 20s over the next 7 days, with the exception of one day we'll reach highs into the 30s. 22 for today, 9 is the overnight low, 23 tomorrow, 21 on Sunday. Sunday, Monday are looking absolutely beautiful. Temperatures in the mid to low 20s, and it will be nice and sunny. Tuesday, a high of 30 degrees, and it will stay nice and warm towards the middle of the work week.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
On your roads this morning, still no major issues east to west. There's just construction on the 417 that will likely cause some slowdowns for westbound traffic, but at this time, everything seems to be moving well.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Coming up, sometimes we simply need a reminder what a difference a phone call can make. And in one neighborhood in Victoria, BC, some local residents are learning just that. That's just ahead. Here's a live look through our sky cam. It's 9 degrees out there. Look at the beautiful start to the day. Some sun out there. It's going to be very mild this afternoon. It's 6:39. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. O-Train riders saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months, but Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. A reminder, there will be a number of closures and service reductions on Monday for Victoria Day. And after last night's loss, the Ottawa Charge is gearing up for Game 2 in Montreal tomorrow afternoon. Now, a check on the forecast.
A beautiful day and weekend ahead for us. Temperatures will be above seasonal today and right through into your next week. Highs of 22 into your afternoon. There is a slim chance of some spotty showers late this afternoon into your evening. Tomorrow morning will be nice and sunny when you wake up for your Saturday. 23 is the high. Could see some more spotty showers late in the day on Saturday overnight, but then clearing up on Sunday with a high of 21. Still no major issues on your roads this hour. Traffic is looking pretty good. East to west, starting to see some volume building. Road drift in through Pinecrest this hour if you're heading eastbound on the 417, but that's due to lane reductions in construction and a little bit of volume this hour.
We all know that classic Stevie Wonder song, I Just Called to Say I Love You. But these days, people are rarely using their phones to actually call, something a rotary phone could change. CTV's Adam Sawatsky reports.
Well, Maggie Olson-Moore is seeing them for the first time.
Oh my goodness gracious, and what's this for?
It's been a couple weeks since Eric Weeb noticed the phones attached to the pole.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Although the technology can seem kind of like a novelty now.
Oh, rotary.
There is something special.
Yeah, I kind of miss it.
about taking the time to dial a number.
I mean, it feels like a toy at this point because it's so much fun.
While the phones aren't connected to anything, Chelsea Turner noticed there is an invitation to connect with anyone you love.
Call your loved one, tell them everything, and practice here. Yeah, that's really sweet.
But the reality of actually accepting the invitation can feel really scary.
Oh, what's going to come out? Who am I going to talk to? What should I say?
And isn't it ironic, Eric says, that in this time when we're constantly connected to our phones, we're often using them to avoid connecting with people?
They're kind of a distraction. It's more of a distraction, less of a connection nowadays.
Which is why Maggie is so appreciative of this opportunity.
Do we tell our loved ones that we love them that often? Often enough, and then all of a sudden they're gone, right? So, yeah, happened to me too many times.
So they summon the courage to call.
Hello?
Eric listens to someone who's been struggling.
Remember you telling me that you were kind of going through some stuff?
Hi, Tom.
Maggie tells her husband all about the grandkids she's visiting.
And Levi's feeling better. Yep.
And Chelsea
Hello, ma'am.
tells her 89-year-old Nan, who helped raise her when she was young, how she's a never-ending inspiration.
Because you are a wonderful woman.
And no matter what each one began saying, everyone ended up communicating what all of us really want to hear.
I just wanted to tell you that I love you a lot.
I just wanted to call and tell you I love you. Love you so much. Mwah. Yeah, that's so sweet. I love that. That's so cute. Oh, yeah, I'm emotional.
And seeing as it was so wonderful to make these imaginary calls,
Even though there's nobody on the other end, it gives you that good feeling.
all these people say they're leaving so they can go make the real ones.
This is happy time here.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News.
Well, now I know what I'm doing at 9 a.m. I'm going to call my family and tell them how much I love them. I do talk to my mom every day on my drive home from work. It is something I do regularly. I call and be like, hi, Mom. But,
you know what I noticed? They said, I love you.
Yes.
Not just love you, you know, like that little quick dismissive kind of goodbye, but like, I love you.
I know.
That is beautiful.
And I'm so good at saying it to my kids, but I got to spread it to more people than just my children. Well, now to your morning fix. Music fans, this may be difficult to believe, but it has been 10 years since the Man Machine Poem Tour. To mark the anniversary of their farewell tour, the Tragically Hip are releasing a live album made up of the performances from the tour, and it does come out August 21st, a day after the anniversary of their final show in Kingston.
Oh, my heart.
Such an emotional tour.
Yeah, I think I will be making that purchase as soon as it comes out. No
Absolutely.
doubt about that. That is beautiful. I can't believe it's 10 years already.
Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Me too. I was like, oh, wow. Really puts you back in time when you realize how long it has been.
But Gord's voice, his music still lives on.
Absolutely. Well, this teacher's art specialty is something every hockey fan can admire.
This is one way that they're going to remember me as long as they're wearing it. So I think that's huge.
Scott Sage is a teacher in Colorado, but he also designs hockey masks. Some of the masks he's designed have been used for his own students, which he says are his personal favorites. He says he loves the storytelling that can be done with masks as well. Many goalies like to add a personal spin on their mask designs. And it's true, I do love looking at goalies' masks in particular for hockey, because they usually have either something on the face and a work of art, and it's become such like a point that most hockey players now, young and old, will do something special with their masks. Very cool. Well, Toronto's iconic landmark was quite frozen Thursday night. So Drake made a surprise announcement that he would be dropping 3 albums at midnight last night. The freezing of the CN Tower, which involved the use of 75 projectors, occurred during a live stream of Iceman Episode 4, which played songs from the album.
So I was up really late watching The Charge and then the NHL playoffs, and then going on YouTube, and Drake was like, hey, guess what? I'm going to drop the album a little bit earlier.
Oh, wow.
So first it was 9:45, and then it went to 10:45, and then the music started playing, and I didn't listen to all of it, but pretty smooth.
He's really taken this whole ice thing to the next level. He had that giant ice block in the middle of Toronto. Now he's icing the CN Tower. Like, what's next? What else is he gonna, freeze?
That's all like about that big reveal.
Yeah.
And he's done it.
He's our very own Elsa, just freezing things as he goes. Well, coming up after the break, we are asking you to send your questions and your photos, pardon me, for prom. We would love to see your prom pics. Maybe it's not you or maybe it's your child, but we would love to see them either way. Please send us an email, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. We're at 9 degrees right now. It's going to be nice and mild this afternoon, 6:50. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
Ready to grow your green thumb this season? Join us every Friday as we plant the seeds for gardening success with local experts.
Good to Grow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, Fridays. Brought to you in part by Robert Plant Greenhouses.
We are wrapping up prom week today with a tour of one of the most incredible limos we've ever seen. So today on Your Morning Ottawa, we asked you to send in your prom photos, and here they are.
Oh, I can't wait. So Giselle sent this in to us. She says, 1972, I believe. And look at that photo.
Gorgeous.
I absolutely love it.
Is that a lavender dress,
I think that's what I was
Giselle?
thinking too.
I'm
a
loving
beautiful
it.
lavender dress.
And look at the hair, the updo.
That
and
updo is right in style
corsage.
right now. Yeah.
Ooh, and the handbag. Oh, Giselle.
And look at
yes.
the car behind as well. I love this photo.
Gorgeous. Catherine sent in her pic. She goes, prom, summer 2004. This pic smells like hairspray.
Yes, Catherine. I remember the hairspray and the bobby pins all too well. That's what I was saying. I just remember having to take out like a thousand bobby pins.
And that relief, right?
Oh my goodness. And then you just like massage your scalp. Like, oh, how did I have that in my hair? Beautiful, Catherine.
I love that turn too, Catherine. Very nice look. Very nice.
Absolutely.
All right, let's keep the conversation going. We're asking you to send us your prom photos. Send them to us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Coming up in the next hour, we wrap up prom week today. We're taking you on a tour of one of the most luxurious vehicles you have ever seen. May 17th is World Hypertension Day. So today we talk about ways to help protect your heart and long-term health. And we are checking out this week's new movies in theaters with the one and only Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demers. He shares his picks. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. We're sitting at 9 degrees right now. It's going to get nice and mild this afternoon. 6:55. We'll be right back. It's Friday, May 15th.
I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
O-Train riders saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months.
It's a day of great pride, but also humility. Humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing and mental health challenges.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front, 10, they score! Montreal steals.
The Ottawa Charge lose a heartbreaker in Game 1 of the PWHL Walter Cup Final. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now. Good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock, I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb. Happy Friday, everyone. Will is away for today.
Coming up a little bit later on in the show, we're going to be covering Family Fun Day. We've got a number of vendors coming in with all kinds of things like great food and you know what, farmers markets are picking up. So we've got some vegetables to look at. Anyway, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's called Family Fun Day. We'll get a little bit more detail on that coming up just a little bit later.
So great.
But right now, we're going to take a look at your top stories. O-Train riders saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore full Line 1 service by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train maker still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what is causing the train's problems, like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still cannot commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. That does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on all trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing and mental health challenges. A ribbon cutting took place for Ottawa Salis' new building on Capoliano Drive. The 54-unit project is designed for older adults living with mental health, substance use, and housing challenges.
It's a day of great pride, but also humility. Humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve. And our community, our government, our funders, federal, provincial, local, have come together and made this happen.
The building will provide on-site supports, including mental health services, addiction support, and community programming for residents.
The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoires.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front. Ted, they score! Montreal steals game one at home.
This is game one of the Walter Cup final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. This first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game two is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before game three in Ottawa on Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is! His first Stanley Cup playoff goal!
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo.
Canada's long-awaited electricity strategy has been released.
Are there assets that the federal government has that we could recycle the investment into supporting building new assets?
Is that in?
The new plan is to double the capacity of the national electricity grid by 2050. It would also adjust clean electricity regulations to allow natural gas to play a larger role. Prime Minister Mark Carney says affordability is a key consideration, with a goal of lowering energy costs for 70% of Canadian households. Construction is expected to cost more than $1 trillion, and public money will be used to cover some of that cost. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling it a re-announcement of the old Liberal policies that, quote, hiked electricity prices.
A reminder, there will be a number of closures and service reductions on Monday for Victoria Day. Ottawa City Hall and all client service centers will be closed. There will be no curbside green bin recycling or garbage collection on Monday, with pickup delayed by 1 day all week. All public library branches and childcare centers will be closed. OC Transpo buses and O train lines 1, 2, and 4 will run on a Sunday schedule on Monday. Malls and stores will be open on Victoria Day, and most grocery stores, LCBO, beer store locations will be open on Monday. For a full list of schedule changes, visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. The Canadian Museum of Nature unveiled its new exhibit called Wild Color.
Color is something that is relatable to all of us. We learn this as young kids. We enjoy vibrant colors as well. This opportunity is really an opportunity to step into the rainbow, and to really, the exhibition is sorted through colors.
Ooh, it sounds wild. It explores the beauty and the science of color in the natural world, examining more than 200 specimens and objects. Wild Color opens to the public today, and you can see it until January 7th.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Look at all those colors. Always a great place to check out. And we're so lucky we have so many fantastic museums here in our city. So always great to do on a rainy day. Thankfully, not going to rain too much into our weekend forecast, which we love.
We have fantastic weather for the weekend.
And we do have your weather picture of the day today, and this was sent to us from Judy. It's a yellow-rumped warbler ready for takeoff.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
Of course, we love seeing your weather shots. Please continue to send them in to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, the email address, weathershots@ctv.ca. As for our forecast today, absolutely stunning weekend ahead. We got all of the cool temps and the rain out of the way throughout the work week, and now we get to enjoy sunshine and very warm temps on the way. The sun will set tonight, 8:25 p.m. Temperatures right now still sitting at 9 degrees, so still in the single digits, but we're almost in those double digits to start off your morning. 9 as well in Kingston, 10 for Brockville, 11 in Cornwall this hour. In terms of our skies, pretty clear out there to start off your morning. You see some areas, Cornwall, Montreal, could see a few scattered showers early this morning. For us here in Ottawa, we will see a mix of sun and cloud throughout most of the day today. However, there is a slim chance that we could see some scattered showers late this afternoon into your evening overnight, but it will clear up by midnight tonight. So it's really just later on today that we could see these spotty little showers. Nothing that will ruin your day. It will come in quickly and leave quickly. In terms of the weekend forecast, similar day tomorrow. Will start off sunny, then late in the day on Saturday, mainly in the overnight, we could see some spotty little showers, but then that will clear up Sunday and through Monday. Heading off to school today, kids, a beautiful day for recess. A little cloudy out there right now, but we will reach a high of 22 later on this afternoon. So you could trade in the umbrellas for sunscreen. That's what you will need into the day ahead. 22 degrees in Kemptville, 21 in Cornwall. So everybody in the 20s, with the exception of Trent and Bancroft, sitting at 19 and 18 in through your afternoon daytime highs. 19 as well in Mont-Tremblant, but 22 is the high in Gatineau, 20 over in Petawawa. So here's a look at what we'll see over the next 7 days. And yes, temps continuing to stay in the 20s, with the exception of Tuesday, where we'll reach a high of 30 degrees. Tonight dropping to 9, 23 for tomorrow. Beautiful for Sunday, Monday. We will see lots of sunshine, no rain in sight, highs of 21 and 25. Then next week, temperatures still looking really warm and above seasonal.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
Lane closures this morning on the westbound 417 is causing backups this hour between Maitland and Pinecrest. Eastbound 417, also some slowdowns between Richmond Road and the Transitway. Rosie.
Thank you for that, Melissa. Many organizations are sounding the alarm about the imminent closure of supervised drug consumption sites around the province. And the Ottawa Mission has submitted and posted their thoughts on this happening. And so we've brought in Peter Tilley to talk about your statement coming from the Ottawa Mission concerning supervised drug consumption sites and the imminent closure of all of them around the province. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rosie.
Let's get into it.
Sure. So we were surprised, but not surprised by the closure, the announcement of the closure of both the site at King Edward and Murray at the Shepherds of Good Hope and the Oasis site at Sandy Hill Community Health Centre, following the closure that we saw of the Somerset Community Health Centre. And it's just a shame to see, and we wonder what evidence it was based on. So yes, many feel the ship is sailing out of the harbor and we're beyond stopping or turning around the dialogue or the decision, but we'd like to appeal to Health Minister Sylvia Jones and to Premier Doug Ford to reconsider these supervised consumption sites. Yes, we realize they can be a burden on the communities they're in, but at the end of the day, they have to be somewhere, usually at the community health centers, and they save lives. They definitely save lives.
Well, you've let it be known, your stance, the Ottawa Mission's stance on the closures of these safe consumption sites. What about those individuals who you just briefly mentioned who find that those safe consumption sites actually do cause some social disorder and some distress on the greater community? What do you have to say to those folks?
Well, there is some compassion there with the residents. I sit on the Sandy Hill Community Liaison Committee that regularly meets with residents, and certainly we hear the frustrations of people having a supervised injection site, a consumption site in their backyard, and the challenges that can bring to the community. but they do need to go somewhere, and maybe a better job of explaining in advance to residents. But when you look at in the last 5 years, these sites have saved close to there have been close to 8,000 overdoses at these sites. These are people who could have not been brought back to life, could have suffered more brain injury from a long period of not getting immediate treatment. And it's going to put a burden on the communities. We're hearing that from Ariel Troster, Councillor Troster in the Somerset ward. There's more open drug use, there's more needles being discarded, and there's more overdoses happening and more deaths. So that is the evidence that we would ask the province to reconsider closing the 2 sites they're closing.
Peter, what would be your solution to solving this issue of drug abuse, drug consumption, public drug consumption, and the fact that the greater community is feeling some disease with the consumption sites, the supervised consumption sites?
It's a great question, Rosie, and I think it's everybody talks about enhanced policing, more policing. It's more a public health issue. We've heard Dr. Trevor Arneson now speak out on this subject. The solution is get this darn fentanyl off the market. I was there years ago when Dr. David Williams, the provincial health, medical officer of health for the province spoke. Wow, we've gotten OxyContin off the market. We've cut down on the overprescribing doctors and the pharmacies that were putting it out there. And 9 months later, this drug fentanyl hit the market. It's deadly. It's cheap. People have to use it more often. I wish we could get fentanyl off the market, but in the meantime, people will use drugs to numb. People are severely addicted. They suffer from all sorts of issues. We just don't want them to die. We have an abstinence-focused addictions program, as you know, at the Ottawa Mission. Let's keep them alive until we can get them in programs like that.
Peter, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. And now we're going to take a look outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. A little bit cloudy out there. It's going to be a very mild afternoon. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. It is 7:12. We'll be right back.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
It is the 4th annual Greenhouse Family Fun Day with various vendors, music, and games, along with a seedling sale. Joining us today to tell us all about it is Chadwick Lewis, Urban Fresh Organics. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to do a little bit of shopping, but first off, I'm going to start off with you, Chadwick, to talk about the Family Fun Day. Where's it happening?
Well, it's happening at our farm on Woodruff Avenue, 1757 Woodruff. This is our 4th year doing it. And it's just kept becoming bigger and bigger, and it's a community event. So we have a bunch of different vendors from the community. These are just a few of them here with us.
Okay.
There's face painting, there's stuff for the kids to do, live music. Mikey Wisdom's with us this year from CHUO. So we have, you know, real community stuff and a bunch of seedlings for you.
This is wonderful. What do you have for me? Let's see if I touch it, will I be
This is Cosmos. So these are just the flowers there. Marigolds, nasturtiums, 2 types of sunflowers.
Beautiful. You've started this already. They're growing so well.
This is like a masculine mix. So it's a little like for people who like a little spice in the salads.
Can I touch it and smell it maybe?
You can taste it if you like.
Oh, I'd love to taste it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gives you, some of it is a little picky. Maybe this one.
So with the seedlings, you take them out and then you can plant them, right?
Absolutely.
And then they just flourish.
And they flourish, and then this is
that's good. I like
this is callaloo. This is the green callaloo, like amaranth.
Yes.
And you know, our Jamaicans and other Caribbean people
yes,
love
callaloo, very, very
absolutely.
a staple food.
Exactly.
That is wonderful.
So we did that this year.
Okay.
We brought okras in as well.
You have so much to choose from. So you'll be there, of course, with all this wonderful
All this
selection.
goodness.
Okay, Chadwick, thank you so much. I'm going to make my way over to Aaliyah and see what she's got at Family Fun Day. Good morning to you, Aaliyah.
Good morning.
Okay, talk about what you have here.
So I run Aaliyah's. It's a custom design shop.
Okay.
And so what I do is I create different pieces just to honor my ancestral background. So I grew up around sewing and beadwork, so I made sure to incorporate these and things that I can give back to the community. So I have a 3-word truth. That have different items. This is a travel meditation mat.
Okay.
So there's a 3-word truth embroidered onto the bag. So it's meant to be travel because it's a canvas waterproof.
Yes.
So you can take it outdoors. There's a pocket to put your little beads or a prayer book.
Love the color choice.
Yes, I have
too.
6 different
Gorgeous.
colors, so they come in a variety. I have my beadwork. They come with little charms on them that have 3-word truths etched into them by myself. And so then that way you have a mantra every day you can kind of refer back to. And the semi-precious gemstones, they create a chemistry when combined right. So I did a lot of studying. It's not just something I threw together.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And this is my second collection here. It's called Strength and Love. So it has the emblem of hearts and flowers. And it's not just about love in a relationship, but it starts with self-love. And then with your self-love, you can give that to others, project positive energy and thoughts.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
I love the 3 words.
Yes.
The 3-word mantras that are so easy to remember and say over and over again.
Exactly.
Strength and love. What's this here? Lift your gift. Own your time. That is just wonderful. You can say them and remember them quite easily. This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Aaliyah.
Thank you
so
too.
much. Doing a little bit more shopping, Aaliyah. I got to move over to KK, and we're talking about Jerk on Wheels. Is that it?
Yes, it is.
Good morning to you.
How's it
Good
going?
morning. So you're going to be at the Family Fun Day.
Yeah, we're going to be there selling a bunch of stuff. So we got jerk chicken sandwich here, and we got some jerk chicken tacos as well.
Okay. Look at that, the jerk chicken tacos.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah,
that's
so very
beautiful.
flavorful. Has a lot of different ingredients in it and stuff like that. And if you want to make it spicier, we always have the option as well.
You
yeah,
can
definitely.
up the spice, no
100%,
problem.
yeah.
Talk about the beauty of jerk. Like, it's so popular and so flavorful.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely something that represents Jamaica, and actually the Caribbean as well. But I think Jamaican jerk is the best in my opinion. But it's definitely something that everyone enjoys. Like I said, it's very flavorful, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that brings people together.
Yeah.
Gives you goes with like beer and stuff like that. A lot of different
Goes
things.
really well with your beverage of choice. This
Yeah.
is lovely. Thank you so much, KK, for coming on. Thank you, Aaliyah and Chadwick. Family Fun Day happening this weekend. It's just really wonderful. It's just an eclectic mix of items that you can purchase. Go on and visit them this weekend. Thank you so much. Melissa.
While you want to arrive at prom in style, of course, you're going to need the perfect car or transportation to do so, and we have just that for you in store today. Fuad is here from Premier Limousine. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us about Premier Limousine.
Premier Limousine has been in business for about 15 years now. We're a family-operated company. We have a large fleet that covers all sorts of capacities in different limousines, classic cars, exotic cars, all sorts of stuff.
And speaking of exotic cars, we have one here today. Tell us what we are seeing. This is absolutely stunning.
Thank you. This is a 2024 Corvette Z51 package, fully loaded, red interior, as you can see. Don't mind the Starbucks cup there.
Doesn't come with that when you pick it up on the day of. And
we can.
Who can rent these cars? What's the requirements if you would like to rent a car?
So basically, you give us a call. We start off with usually an email to let you know what's included in our packages, what it entails, what are different packages that we offer between prom, weddings, night outs, bachelor, bachelorette stuff. And we confirm your information, and we go from there. Everything gets contracted. Your vehicle gets put aside, and your date gets set.
Okay. And now you have something else in store for us. Now that we've taken a look at this gorgeous Corvette, you're going to bring us inside to the party bus.
Yes. Come on in. Let's check it out.
Okay, let's go check it out. This is massive.
It is.
Tell us more about the party bus.
So, our party bus is one of a kind.
Okay, we're going to go right to the back
Okay,
because we want to see the full thing.
Perfect.
Give me the details on how many people can fit.
Yeah, this one's a
inside the party
26
bus.
passenger. It comes obviously with the dancing pole, as you
I
can
was going
see.
to say there's a dancing pole. Looks like
We
some
got-
fun was had.
Yeah. We got one without, we got one
Okay.
with, we got all sorts of options here. Definitely this is a cool option because you got all the lights, you got the light shows, you got the different TVs, you got the fully stereo system, fully amped, subwoofered.
And how many people can fit inside?
Inside here is a 24 to 26 passenger.
Wow, incredible. So you can fit a whole party inside.
Yes, definitely,
This is
definitely.
great for proms. Now, for people wanting to rent for proms, is it too late? Are there still some
Oh,
seats
no,
available?
for sure. Yeah, no. A lot of obviously early birds have already booked in and things obviously have already started rolling on that page. However, there is a lot of last minute June stuff, but there's always openings, there's always a large fleet, there's always some sort of option that we should be able to take care of you.
Tell us about some of the other fleet you have because you have more than just the 2 options.
Yeah, for sure. We got a Stretch Navigator, which fits up to 14. We got a Stretch Escalade, a very immaculate vehicle. That's a 20 passenger. We got a Hummer, Stretch 20 to 22 passenger Hummer, and then there's all sorts of classics, luxury SUVs, and yeah, the list goes on.
The list goes on. The nice thing about the limo style, does it come with the driver or does that have to be
Definitely.
rented separately?
Fully suited driver. You have your full package, like I said. For the kids, we keep it non-alcoholic, champagne, pop, fully loaded bar with pop, water, ice. Red carpet service for the weddings. Packages have a lot of detail. That's why we usually start off the info with an email to let you know everything that's included, and we go from there.
And the best way if people are looking to rent something the summer months, of course, prom almost over. We have a couple months left of prom, and then it'll be wedding season. How can people do so? What's the best way to find you?
So you check out our website. Firstly, you see our fleet. You check out the capacity that you need, and you send over a quote request. The quote request form will have all the details that we need to know between date, plans, number of people, different vehicle options. And once we get that quote request, we reply in a timely manner. And we typically include all the information that you need in the email, and everything gets very straightforward from there for booking processes.
Absolutely incredible. So if you're looking for a limousine or maybe you want the party bus, the Corvette, so many more options, you can head to their website. Premier Limousine if you want more information and book your party bus this summer.
Woohoo!
Thanks again
Thank you.
for joining us
Nice to meet
today.
you guys.
You too.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Find your wild. More Bronco sports, more ways to roam this summer.
Ready to grow your green thumb this season? Join us every Friday as we plant the seeds for gardening success with local experts.
Good to Grow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Fridays. Brought to you in part by Robert Plant Greenhouses.
Good morning. It is coming up on 7:30. Hope your day is starting off nicely. Hope maybe you have a hot beverage or maybe a cool one because it is going to be mild. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Friday, everyone. I am Melissa Lamb, and Will is away for today, and I'm finally so excited to tell you the forecast, because usually every day I'm like, oh man, I have to say below seasonal. It's wet, it's damp, it's cold, it's miserable, but today it's the complete opposite. We're doing a 180 in the forecast. It's just lifting my spirits today. I think there's something when the weather cooperates, it's like just gives you an extra kick in your step, as they call it, because I'm just happy that the weather's going to be nice this weekend.
We're glad. We can't wait for that forecast. First off, we're going to get to today's top stories. O-Train riders saw some double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore full Line 1 service by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what is causing all the trains' problems. problems like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still cannot commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. That does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements.
One person is dead after a fire on Russell Road, and 10 tenants have been displaced. Firefighters were called to the 1600 block of Russell Road near Industrial Avenue last night. When fire crews arrived, the flames were spreading to the adjacent unit. The fire was declared under control at 11:59 p.m. An investigation is underway to determine the origin and the cause of the fire.
Canada's long-awaited electricity strategy has been released.
Are there assets that the federal government has that we could recycle the investment into supporting building new assets?
Is that in a much tougher...
The new plan is to double the capacity of the national electricity grid by 2050. It would also adjust clean electricity regulations to allow natural gas to play a larger role. Prime Minister Mark Carney says affordability is a key consideration, with a goal of lowering energy costs for 70% of Canadian households. Construction is expected to cost more than $1 trillion, and public money will be used to cover some of that cost. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling it a re-announcement of old Liberal policies that, quote, hiked electricity prices.
The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoire.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front, 10, they score! Montreal steals game 1 at home.
This is game 1 of the Walter Cup final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. The first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game 2 is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before Game 3 in Ottawa on Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is, his first.
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are just one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo.
Honda is suspending indefinitely plans for a $15 billion electric vehicle project in Ontario. The automaker says the move is part of a larger overhaul of the company's business model. Honda CEO saying they will focus on rebuilding its auto business structure over the next 3 years, shifting focus to hybrid models that are currently in high demand. Honda Canada says the suspension of the EV project will not affect the existing plant in Alliston, Ontario.
Canada's top doctor says there are 36 people in the country being monitored for hantavirus after an additional 26 contacts were identified.
We were also notified of an additional 26 travelers who were on the flights but deemed by local European public health as being no risk. Again, in Canada, we are taking a precautionary approach, and we have deemed them to be minimal or low risk as opposed to no risk.
There are now 27 low-risk and 9 high-risk contacts, which includes the cruise ship passengers and their close contacts. All are asymptomatic. The outbreak began on the cruise ship MV Hondius, and 3 passengers from that ship have died from the virus.
Drivers are becoming frustrated after a new section of construction along Highway 417. Now the city confirming this is part of the ongoing Stage 2 LRT expansion.
Lane closures or lane shifts are for Stage 2 work. It's associated with overhead signage that we're putting in along the 417 that has been bundled as part of our project.
Construction work along a portion of the Queensway, Highway 417 near Pinecrest Road, is causing slowdowns. According to the city, a lane shift is in place until July 28th, impacting a single lane in both the east and westbound directions.
The tulips are blooming at Commissioners Park.
The Canadian Tulip Festival runs until Monday around Dow's Lake. You can go on a tulip trek, visit the tulip market, the Dutch Pavilion, and more.
And just a reminder, there are no fireworks at the Tulip Festival this weekend. And I had a chance to drive by them yesterday at Dow's Lake, and there were so many people out and about taking in the blooms. And it wasn't even like a beautiful day yesterday. It was still kind of cool and wet, and there were so many people out and about. So I imagine that today and this weekend is going to be jam-packed with people just trying to get a glimpse of those tulips, take some pictures, because they are absolutely stunning. Just to drive by and see these, you know, bright colors and beautiful blooms in our city, just love it.
Makes me smile.
Exactly. Yes, me too. Especially when the weather's not so great. It's like at least we have the tulips to look forward to. We do have great weather though this week, and it's looking absolutely beautiful into our forecast throughout the day ahead. We're going to see warmer conditions today. A little bit cloudy still this morning, but sunny and showers into the afternoon. Currently, temperatures are sitting at 9 degrees here in the cities. Getting to see a little bit of that sunshine. 11 in Cornwall, Montreal this hour. So that rain, some areas saw a little bit of rain early this morning. For us, we got some in the overnight. Throughout the day ahead, mix of sun and cloud. Now, there is a chance of spotty showers late this afternoon into your early evening. We could see some spotty showers. It will clear up overnight, and then tomorrow morning, nice and sunny to start off your Saturday, but then again, late in the day on Saturday, we could see a few scattered showers in the forecast. Nothing that will ruin your weekend, but just some light rain if we do get any at all. In your recess forecast for kids today, a beautiful day to get outside. You can leave the rubber boots at home and the umbrellas and bring the sunscreen, because it will be hot later on today. Temperatures in those high teens throughout your afternoon recess. Could see those chances showers early, but likely more this evening than into your afternoon. 22 is the high later on this afternoon. 20 in the Valley, 18 for Bancroft, 19 in Trenton, 21 along the Seaway for today, 22 in Gatineau, 20 over in Kitigan-Zibi. Over the next 5 days, temperatures in the 20s, with the exception of Tuesday, will reach a high of 30 degrees. 9 is your overnight low for tonight, 23 for tomorrow. Sunday, Monday are absolutely stellar. Great days to get outside and plan some outdoor activities. Maybe head over to Tulip Festival, check out the tulips at Dow's Lake or Commissioners Park, because it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Temperatures in the low to high 20s with lots of sunshine. Here's a look at your drive-in right now on your roads, and we do have some lane closures this morning on the 417 westbound. It is causing backups this hour between Maitland and Pinecrest. Eastbound, we're seeing slowdowns between Richmond Road and the Transit Way, so definitely some slowdowns this morning, but the good news is we are collision-free.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Wake up and win with CTV, your morning, and beancars.ca. We could pay your bills with a massive $20,000. Imagine what you could do with an extra 20 grand. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Today's code word is wallet. Head to the contest page at ctvottawa.ca or scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. Enter wallet with your info for your chance to win. The Your Morning $20,000 Pay Your Bills contest, brought to you by beancars.ca, Carleton Place.
May 17th is World Hypertension Day, and it's an important reminder that high blood pressure remains one of the leading causes of heart attack and stroke. Joining us this morning is Ben Benahashmi, Cardiac Longevity Clinic founder and CEO, to share what viewers can do to protect their heart and long-term health. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Melissa.
Okay, such an important conversation to have, because this can really impact so many people's lives.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I totally agree with you.
Because it's called the silent killer.
That's correct.
Tell us more about what this means.
So, most people, when they think about their blood pressure, if their blood pressure is high, they feel completely fine.
Okay.
So you can have a blood pressure of 170 over 100 and feel completely normal.
Wow.
And the problem is, meanwhile, that blood pressure is affecting your arteries, damaging your heart muscle, affecting your brain, your kidneys. So it's one thing that you don't feel it, you have to measure it.
Okay, so let's move on to the next point you have here, and it says essential blood pressure numbers. Let's talk about what that means.
So essentially, most people have heard of 120 over 80 as being the normal blood pressure. So the top number is called systolic blood pressure. That's when your heart is squeezing, that's that 120 number.
Okay.
80 is diastolic blood pressure. That's when your heart is relaxing. So kind of understanding those numbers are important. So once you measure it, if you're your numbers are between 120 to 129, that's what we call borderline high blood pressure or borderline hypertension.
Okay.
That's usually when with our patients we work on lifestyle modifications to lower that blood pressure. Once it goes over the 130 point, that's considered hypertension, high blood pressure, and that's when your doctor needs to intervene with potentially pharmacological therapy.
Okay, and what about the number at the bottom?
So that is the diastolic blood pressure. So the cutoff is 80. Between kind of 70 to 79 is considered, again, borderline elevated blood pressure. And once you go over 80, that's elevated. And it's also important to know that those are based on home blood pressure measurements.
Okay.
So doing one measurement in your doctor's office is not the whole story. You really need to measure this first thing in the morning at home with proper technique. Very, very important.
Let's move on to why the doctor's blood pressure readings can deceive you.
Yeah, so this is kind of goes to the back to the point that, again, if you do one measurement at home, it's not going to be the whole story. So kind of doing it periodically with proper technique is going to be extremely important. And I always tell my patients that you need to be upright, you need to be sitting on a seat where you have a back, your legs have to be uncrossed, your arm has to be at the level of your heart. So doing that proper blood pressure technique is extremely important because it can fluctuate your blood pressure quite a bit.
Okay, good points to know. Let's lastly talk about your natural steps for lowering your blood pressure.
Yeah, so I mean, you've probably heard that salt is bad for you.
Yeah.
And that comes from the fact that it can elevate your blood pressure. So this whole idea of salt being bad is because of the high blood pressure. But salt is probably one of the only interventions that is talked about. There are many other things that you can do, such as reducing your stress, sleeping better, exercising regularly, managing your weight effectively. And the nice thing about a lot of these interventions is that it not only lowers your blood pressure, but also improves your metabolic health, it improves your longevity, because a lot of these conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure, they all have common root causes. So a lot of these lifestyle interventions like exercise and proper diet and alcohol can actually reduce all of these different risk factors.
Thank you so much for joining us today. How can people find you for more information?
So Cardiac Longevity Clinic is on Clyde Avenue. We're the first cardiac-focused longevity clinic in Ottawa, and we essentially provide proactive, personalized healthcare solutions for our clients. So we'll be happy to see everyone to kind of help them with lifestyle interventions that are necessary.
Wonderful. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Melissa.
You're welcome. Rosie.
Important information there. Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa. We are checking out this week's new movies in theaters. Matt Demers, a.k.a. Mr. Hollywood, is here to tell us more. And there he is, Matt, standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. He's coming up next. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. 9 degrees, a little bit cloudy out there, but it is going to get mild this afternoon. 7:43, we'll be right back. Welcome back. It's Friday, and that means new movies in theaters and streaming at home. Why don't we bring in Matt Demers, a.k.a. Mr. Hollywood, to tell us what we have to check out this long weekend.
That's right. It is a long weekend. Rosie, have you ever heard the saying, careful what you wish for?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this movie will drive home that point. It's called Obsession.
Have you ever actually, like, flirted with Nikki?
I'm gonna go get some shots.
I'll come with you if she means this much to you. And I know she does. To say, Nikki, I think we should grab a drink sometime.
Ooh, okay, please. Unfold the details of this.
Well, he's in love. He's got a big crush, and he's bought this weird willow stick that if you break it and make your wish, it says it'll come true. He thinks that maybe it's a gimmick. Spoiler alert, it's not. And this movie's unhinged in the best way possible. It twists that simple premise into something equally amusing, but very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
I love this movie actually a lot. Great performances, a great time, and a first-time director here in the horror category, Curry Barker. Keep an eye on him.
Okay, nice. Next.
All right, next, something different. It's called The Wizard of the Kremlin.
Russia needs a new president. He's young, athletic, he's a spy, KGB. Vladimir Putin.
What interests me is power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul Dano's
Paul
in there.
Dano.
He's amazing.
I love me some Paul Dano. And Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Jude Law is playing Vladimir Putin, and that's
great.
And this movie it's based around real events, but it's fictionalized characters.
Yeah.
But I like this because what it is, it's about the behind the scenes, how things happen. But it's all very imagined, and man, they go there with the story. It's all very captivating, and I won't go into spoiler territory. But just know that by the end, you're like, wait a minute, what is going on?
And Jeffrey Wright is in there too.
Yeah,
really good cast.
A stacked cast. They call that a stacked cast.
All right. What's the last one you got for us?
All right, we got Is God Is.
Swing. We got a letter from Mom.
I thought she was dead. What she went with us now? Where she been at?
She's on her deathbed. If we don't go now, this might be our last chance to see God.
God.
She made us, didn't she?
I gotta say, this movie looks crazy. With Vivica Fox?
Vivica A. Fox, yes. I'll tell you what, and crazy is a good way to put it. I like that you're so excited for this.
Yes.
And you should be, because it's darkly funny, very bloody, because it's a revenge story. And it pulls no punches, let me just say that. And it's about these two sisters who are out on this journey. And man, and you mentioned Vivica A. Fox, but you got some other great performers show up throughout. And Sterling K. Brown, I'll just mention him, because he's a scene stealer. They all are. Is God Is highly recommended here from Mr. Hollywood.
Okay, quick question. Do we get the one tear from Sterling K. Brown?
Yeah.
You know he's so good at that.
Oh, he's great. Just wait till you see him in this.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long weekend.
Yeah.
Do you have Victoria Day list for us, movie viewing?
Listen, if you want to get your movie on Victoria Day, these are movies that tie into Victoria Day, including a Victorian classic, The Story. Don't forget, Alice in Wonderland was written during that time. Mrs. Brown, this is all about Queen Victoria and her bond with her loyal Scottish servant, John Brown. Victoria and Abdul. I mean, another one that's with Victoria at its heart of the story. Sherlock Holmes, my Victorian era. Come on.
Yes, of course.
I like this one with the great cast as well. And then Young Victoria, which I think is the cinematic tribute to the monarch herself.
That was with Emily Blunt, is that right? I think it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was really good.
And you can find that one on Crave.
She did a great job in that movie. Great list. Thank you very much, Mr. Hollywood. Have yourself a wonderful long weekend.
Absolutely. Got the popcorn ready.
Here's a live look through our sky cam. We're sitting at about 9 degrees now, getting up to 22 this afternoon. 7:51. We'll be right back.
Your milestone celebrations for Friday, May 15th. And we are going to start off with a happy 6th birthday. And this is going out to Emmy. May your day be as magical as a golden unicorn that you are. You're a total superstar. Love your mama, your dada, your big brother Jack, both your nanas, Papa, and your dog Bear. There's Emmy. What a beautiful photo. Happy birthday, Emmy. We also have a happy 12th birthday to Izzy. Lots of love from Mom, Dad, and your big brother, Jackson. And of course, if you have a milestone, celebrate it with us. Send your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old or younger, and for those turning 100 years or more. Wedding anniversaries as well for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do is send us an email, ottawa.milestones@ctv.ca. We'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Hey, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, the long weekend is looking like a beautiful one for gardening. We're getting you good to grow with Robert Plant greenhouses. So many beautiful blooms on set. Here's a live look through our sky cam this morning. And yes, still a little bit cloudy out there, but don't worry, some sunshine into the day ahead and warm later on this afternoon. A high of 22 for your Friday. Currently sitting at 9 degrees. Good morning, Ottawa. Happy Friday. It is 7:56.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe.
where foodies love their sweets
And markets bursting with flavor.
wrapped up in waterways.
And hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
Meets the past.
where people come together.
Always proud
Often loud.
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
It's Friday, May 15th.
I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
O-Train riders saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months.
It's a day of great pride, but also humility. Humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing and mental health challenges.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front, 10, they score! Montreal!
The Ottawa Charge lose a heartbreaker in Game 1 of the PWHL Walter Cup Final. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning, just after 8 o'clock. We're so glad you can start your day with us. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb. Happy Friday, everyone. And Will is away for today. And one thing I love about Friday, it means it's good to grow here on our show. Robert Plant greenhouses are in our studio this morning. Look at all the beautiful blooms they brought, Rosie. There's one that matches your outfit today.
There you go. Yeah. Colin Matassa will be here to answer all your gardening questions. And Melissa, with the weather being so beautiful this weekend, a lot of folks will be out there getting through their garden.
And I think the temperature is finally agreeable for us to finally plant some things in the soil. So we'll get that answered for us coming up in a few minutes.
Right now, we're going to get to today's top stories. O-Train riders saw double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore a full Line 1 service by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train makers still cannot say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what is causing the train's problems like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still cannot commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. That does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on all trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements.
One person is dead after a fire on Russell Road and 10 tenants have been displaced. Firefighters were called to the 1600 block of Russell Road near Industrial Avenue last night. When fire crews arrived, the flames were spreading to the adjacent unit. The fire was declared under control at 11:59 p.m. 3 adults were treated and released at the scene for minor injuries. An investigation is underway to determine the origin and cause of the fire.
The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoire.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front, 10, they score! Montreal steals Game 1 at home.
That was Game 1 of the Walter Cup Final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. This first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game 2 is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before Game 3 in Ottawa on Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is, his first Stanley.
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo.
Canada's long-awaited electricity strategy has been released.
Are there assets that the federal government has that we could recycle the investment into supporting building new assets?
The new plan is to double the capacity of the national electricity grid by 2050. It would also adjust clean electricity regulations to allow natural gas to play a larger role. Prime Minister Mark Carney says affordability is key consideration, with a goal of lowering energy costs for 70% of Canadian households. Construction is expected to cost more than $1 trillion, and public money will be used to cover some of that cost. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling it a re-announcement of old Liberal policies that, quote, hiked electricity prices.
A new supportive housing complex in Ottawa's South End is being called a major step forward in addressing affordable housing and mental health challenges. A ribbon cutting took place for Ottawa Salas's new building on Capilano Drive. The 54-unit project is designed for older adults living with mental health, substance use, and housing challenges.
It's a day of great pride, but also humility. Humility that the community believes and supports the clients that we serve, and our community, our government, our funders, federal, provincial, local, have come together and made this happen.
The building will provide on-site supports, including mental health services, addiction support, and community programming for residents.
A reminder, there will be a number of closures and service reductions for Monday for Victoria Day. Ottawa City Hall and all client service centres will be closed. There will be no curbside green bin, recycling, or garbage collection on Monday, with pickup delayed by 1 day all week. All Ottawa Public Library branches and childcare centres will be closed. OC Transpo Bus and O-Train lines 1, 2, and 4 will run on a Sunday schedule on Monday. And malls and stores will be open on Victoria Day. Several malls will be open. Most grocery stores, LCBO, and beer store locations will also be open on Monday. For a full list of schedule changes, visit ctvnewsottawa.ca.
And athletes will be testing their limits and reaching for victory at the Cohere Centre this weekend. The first High Rocks Ottawa event runs until Sunday, with competitions all weekend.
High Rocks combines both running and functional workout stations, where participants will run for 1 kilometer, then do a functional workout station, repeating it 8 times. Sounds exhausting.
I
Would you
wonder
be
if
down
Will's
for
going to
this?
be participating in that, because he is big into High Rocks.
I think he loves it, but I think he's still dealing with a little wrist injury that I feel like he may be out.
Okay.
However, would you be down for that? I feel like you're a crazy competitive athlete.
Yeah,
talented.
I would be, but I have to be honest with you. I'm going to brag a little bit, a little humble brag here. I'm kind of like a Ferrari.
Yes.
Right? So it's speed,
Okay.
it's perfect track, no bumps or anything like that, and I can perform, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Right? And that sounds like, ooh, that's gritting it out, right?
Okay.
That's running, that's lifting, that's throwing, that's a lot of other things. So that's kind of like a 4x4 kind of thing. You know what I mean?
You're more
But
into
I'd
the
love to try.
Ferrari than the 4x4.
Yeah, just like straight speed.
I see that. Well, in our forecast today, maybe you're getting outside to go for a run. It's going to be a beautiful weekend to do so, including today. A high of 22, normal for this time of year is around 19 degrees, so we will be well above that into the day ahead. Warming up now. We are sitting at 10 degrees, so finally in those double digits to start off your morning. 10 across the region, except for the valley, sitting at 7 this hour. So right now in our skies, mix of sun and cloud, and that's what we will see throughout most of the day today. There is a chance of some spotty showers. You can see some green on your screen. Slim chance, 30% chance some areas could see some spotty showers late this afternoon into your evening. Into your day tomorrow, some sunshine to kick off your Saturday, but you could see more spotty showers possible into the late hours on Saturday afternoon or early evening. We could see some spotty showers, but it will clear up for Sunday and Monday, where we will get to see beautiful sunshine on the way. 22 is your high for Friday. Absolutely gorgeous across the region. 18 for Bancroft, 19 for Trenton. Those are the coldest areas today. Same within Tremblant. 22 for Gatineau, 20 out in the valley. So for the next couple of days, just absolutely beautiful conditions. Temps in the 20s all week long. Overnight lows almost in those double digits for the entire week as well. 23 for tomorrow, sunshine on the way. Spotty showers late in the afternoon, but then Sunday, Monday, gorgeous temperatures on the way. Lots of sunshine, no rain in sight. 30 degrees as people return to work on Tuesday. There is a collision right now, Walkley Road eastbound between Baycrest and Hetherington. The lane closures on the 417 westbound are causing some backups this hour as well between Carling and Pinecrest. More slowdowns westbound between Montreal Road and the 174 interchange. Eastbound slowdowns on the 417 between the Split and Woodruff Hunt Club Road. Westbound lanes are also seeing some delays at this time.
From trains to planes now, the fallout from the Ford government's purchase and sale of a private jet is still dominating discussion at the provincial legislature. The focus now shifting to who should be on the hook for the associated costs. CTV's Siobhan Morris has more.
It's the big buy that just keeps hovering over Queen's Park.
For months, this premier was putting his hands in the pockets of the people of Ontario.
Newly released documents from the Premier's office show the government put a down payment on a $30 million jet in January. We didn't find out about the purchase until mid-April. The public anger was loud.
I believe it was the right decision, but if people don't want it, we aren't going to do it.
Doug Ford turned that jet around.
We gave it back to Bombardier, the exact same price. No one lost anything.
Though there were questions about whether there was more in the details.
Anything that is extra, or maybe there's nothing extra, we'll make it transparent.
We now know there were extra costs, more than $139,000 for aircraft maintenance, inspection, and training, another $33,000 for legal services, and $18,000 for acquisition support. The extra cash totaling nearly $191,000.
So I want to ask the Premier to stand up and tell us, will you pay the people of Ontario back for your midlife crisis gravy plane?
The Premier away from Queen's Park at a pair of events reporters weren't invited to. The Minister of Economic Development spoke for him.
The Premier has made his comments on the jet. We're really focused on the economy.
No direct answer from government officials about whether a payback is coming.
No taxpayer should be on the hook for the Premier's private luxury jet, especially when he's been misleading us for weeks now that there would be no cost to the taxpayer.
The expense, a drop in the bucket in Ontario's $244 billion budget. But the interim Liberal leader says it's telling.
It's a Premier who's tired and lost his way because he doesn't understand the reality of everyday life in Ontario.
This is the last day MPPs are at Queen's Park before a week in their communities. But opposition leaders are determined to make sure the Premier wears his jet decision, whether he's at the legislature or not. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
It's time to get good to grow this morning with Robert Plant Greenhouses, and joining us this morning is Colin Matazza. And Colin, everybody wants to know, can we finally start doing some gardening this weekend?
Absolutely. It's finally the time. The weather's looking good. Normally, May long weekend, people kind of look at it as the green light to go ahead and start planting. And we've got you covered. You're kind of your one-stop shop for all of your gardening needs.
Absolutely. It's going to be a busy place. Okay, so tell us what we're seeing, because I'm almost hidden behind all these blooms today.
There's so much to see. So first of all, hanging baskets.
Yeah.
We grow, you can't beat the quality of our hanging baskets because we grow them all on site. We start them in February so that they're nice and big by this time of the year.
They're already so full.
I know. This is a begonia mix here. It's good for shade or sun.
Okay.
But we've got thousands of hanging baskets, so we can help you pick the perfect one for sure.
So if you have something that's more sun or more shade, you can find the perfect one for them.
Yep.
And so many different colors as well.
For sure, for sure. And it doesn't have to be a hanging basket. We carry porch planters as well, things that can go on your patio, on a deck to help bring some color and an instant pop of color for your deck.
I love it. And what should people be doing this weekend in terms of planting? Is there any
So
special
you can start
things?
planting everything.
Everything now?
Even vegetables, you can start planting now. We've got a great selection. All of our herbs and vegetables are in.
Okay.
If you want a bit of a more unique plant for your annuals this year, check out this canna lily here. This is called a red gold canna. Has a nice red flower with a yellow rim. This is one that can go in the middle of your planters. Will get about 3 feet tall.
It looks like a sunset with those colors, right?
So that's a really nice
stunning.
one. And this one next to you right here, I'm just going to grab it.
Yep.
This is called a bronze pink plant. If you want something really different, this is a new one that we're testing this year. We've put in our planters.
So it's
really
new.
interesting foliage.
Oh,
yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm smelling something that smells absolutely beautiful this morning. Tell me about this one that
so
is
this is a peony.
right here.
Beautiful Ito peony, big, large blooms. It's going to bloom for a long time. It is a perfect time to start planting those as well. All of your perennial shrubs, trees, things like hostas, lavender, all of your bushes, trees. If you're looking to do some landscaping in your yard, you can start doing all of that as well. We have over 4 acres of outdoor shrubs and trees, so it's
Incredible.
a perfect time to come and visit.
And I'm seeing some plant foods and some
Yes,
meal at the
absolutely.
front. Tell us what you should
For
be
the
adding.
bone meal over here, when you're planting any perennial shrub or tree, make sure that you put a handful of bone meal in the bottom of the hole. That helps the roots to really develop properly. And for your flowers, the Flower Max fertilizer here. Use this about once a month in all of your flower baskets, all of your flower pots. It's going to keep them blooming and looking their best all summer long.
Okay, that's some great advice.
Yeah.
What about in terms of things for the soil?
Yep. So soil, it's always good to enrich your soil in the
Yeah.
springtime. You can add compost or manure or triple mix soil if you're planting perennials.
You guys have all of that.
We
I know
have all
because
of that,
we've already
for
got
sure.
ours.
Yes.
And even it helps with grass and grass seed. You have
Absolutely,
all of that available
it's
as well.
a perfect time to start doing that as well. And if you check out this little guy on the end here, this is a little lemon tree.
I saw
Super
that.
fun to have on the patio or the deck for the summertime. Lemon, lime, oranges, we have all of those as well.
And that is something that I didn't even realize that we can grow in our climate. You think it's more of like a tropical thing, but we can do it here.
So you can keep them outside in the summer, then bring them in for the winter.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Now, the other question I have for you, are you open on Monday?
Yes, we're open all weekend long, 9 to 5 every day, even the long weekend Monday. And our coffee shop is open at the same time too. So it's a
perfect.
perfect time to stop by.
And it's going to be a busy weekend for you, no
Yeah.
doubt, because people are going to be out and about.
For sure.
So just come visit you
It's
anytime.
going to be a beautiful weekend, but we're open 7 days a week as well. Even weekdays, it's a little quieter as well.
Weekdays, it's a little bit quieter. If you want to wait till the weekday, that might be some good advice. A little tip here this morning. You heard it here on Your Morning Ottawa.
Thank
Go
you.
on the weekday. But of course, the weekend is going to be a beautiful place as well. You can head to the website for more information. And the best thing is, you guys are so smart with all your knowledge. If you have any questions about your gardening, go see them. They are the experts and they have everything on site. So it really is a one-stop shop. Coming up next here on Your Morning Ottawa, speaking of spring, we have a beautiful spring market coming up at the winery. We'll have the details coming up next and how you can join and go sip and shop. Good morning, Ottawa. Here's a live look at our sky cam this morning. Temperatures warming up, sitting at 10 degrees to start off your morning. A high of 22 today, later on this afternoon. Spring is in the air, and the best way to enjoy it this weekend is the spring market at the winery. From local vendors to incredible wine, it's the perfect way to sip and shop and celebrate the season. Here with all the details, we have Graham Fish from Domaine Perot Winery. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so good. Tell us about this little market happening this weekend.
Yeah, so we have a market tomorrow from 10 to 3, and we're going to have some local vendors coming in, obviously sipping some wine while you shop, and some entertainment and stuff as well. So a lot going on. Yeah.
So many fun things to do, and of course the beautiful thing is it's at the winery, so the backdrop is absolutely picturesque.
Absolutely, yeah. We've had a little bit of a longer spring than we wanted, so we're still in stick season a little bit, but things are starting to turn green. So,
oh, I love that. Okay, and tell us about some of the entertainment happening.
Yeah, so we have circus performers coming. We have a clown doing balloon animals. We have live music as well from 11 until 2. So Claudia Caird will be there singing with a guitarist. Should be great. You can sip some wine and shop.
I love it. Okay, tell us what the wine you have on set here today. I know this one. It's one of my favorites.
So this is Le Vion Rose. So it's bubbles in pet nat style. Our rosé, our still rosé, also is going to be on sale all weekend. So spring is in the air. Time to drink some rosé.
It is rosé season, and there will be a bloom bar. Tell us about this.
Absolutely, yes. We're doing a bloom bar. Build your own bouquet. $20, and all the proceeds are going to go to CHIO.
Oh, that's so nice. So there's a charitable component in there as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I love it. And is there a charge, or do people need tickets to come to the market?
Absolutely free to come to the market, and yeah, just hope you come thirsty and a little hungry and enjoy.
Okay, and the location?
1000 Perot Road, Domaine Perot.
In Navan.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Someone that will be there is Kathy from Fabio's Coffee. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Tell us about your business that you have.
Yeah, so Fabio's is basically a mobile coffee cart.
Cool.
We pop up at any event in Ottawa, like private celebrations, weddings, corporate events, and we just make coffee right on site.
Oh my goodness, I love it. So it's like a little coffee to go.
Yeah.
So you're going to make one for us here this morning?
Yes, I have pouches of espresso. So I pre-flavored this one with maple, and then we'll just
add it in there.
Yeah.
That's so smart that you have the pre-flavored coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people just mix it up?
Tomorrow we'll be making them on site, but I just wanted to get some
Beautiful.
ready.
Okay, we have to have a little sip of maple
Yeah.
espresso, especially this early in the morning.
Yeah.
And you even have the little cups. Look at how cute that is. So how can
Yeah.
people find you if they want more information or maybe to reserve you?
Yeah, we're at Fabio's Cafe Co. on all social media, Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. So yeah.
Wow. What are
Yeah.
some of the other flavors that you carry?
Yeah, we do pistachio brown sugar. We do maple, vanilla, all the classic flavors. We also do Spanish, which is like with condensed milk. It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah.
many different flavors.
Yeah, yeah,
Wonderful. And how can people find you?
On Fabio's Cafe Co. on Instagram and TikTok.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kathy, for joining us today. And now, last but not least, we have Isabel here from the Yellow Barn Door. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your business.
We make small batch jellies, jams. We have some wine jellies made from the Wenpeho wines as well.
Okay.
And we make over 10 different flavors of mustards. We also have some dehydrated fruits and rimmers, perfect for mocktails and cocktails.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Perfect for this season. Okay, we're going to try some today. Do you have a favorite that we should sample?
I really like the jam, the Very Much in Love jam.
Very Much in Love. Okay, let's open this up.
Perfect.
Give me a little taste test. And so what kind of berries are in here?
Strawberries and raspberries.
Oh, my two favorite berries. Oh, so delicious.
Thank you.
That is so good. And again, you'll be at the winery this weekend.
Yes.
How can people find you as well? Because you have so many beautiful products here.
We have only Instagram and Facebook right now, but we're working on a website. But we will have some taste testers available at the market tomorrow as well.
Oh, wonderful. So you can sip some rosé, have a coffee to get some energy, and then try some delicious jams and mustards. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. And we just want to give you, again, the details. The spring market is happening tomorrow at the winery, Domaine Perot Winery in Tab. And there are actually signs that lead you to the winery, so it's very easy to find. This is all happening from 10 till 3. Of course, they have the Bloom Bar, entertainment, they have singers, performers, a little bit of everything happening. You can head to their website for more information. Rosie.
Wake up and win with CTV Your Morning and beancars.ca. We could pay your bills with a massive $20,000. Oh, imagine what you can do with an extra 20 grand. The possibilities are endless. Today's code word is wallet. Head to the contest page at ctvottawa.ca or scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. Enter wallet with your info for your chance to win. The Your Morning $20,000 Pay Your Bills contest, brought to you by beancars.ca, Carlton Place. Barhaven Rib Fest in Poutine is back. We're going to get a preview in Your Morning Kitchen. That's coming up next. Our guests are standing by in the Your Morning Kitchen. There they are. Hello. Here's a live look through our sky cam. Overcast start to your day. It's going to warm up beautifully. We are expecting a high of, 22 degrees. 8. We'll be right back after this. Good morning, Ottawa. Good morning. It is 8:30 on the nose. Come on in. So glad you could start your day with us. Melissa is on her way to the Ottawa Art Gallery. I am Rosie Edda. We've got so much to go on the go here. Melissa, as I said, is headed to the Ottawa Art Gallery. We are going to get a sneak peek of some of the works up for auction at their annual auction that is coming up in May 21st. But right now, we're going to take a look at your top stories. O train riders saw some double car trains on Line 1 for the first time in months. And while OC Transpo is promising to restore full line service 1 by mid-June, Rideau Transit Group and the train maker still can't say when all the issues will be resolved. The two groups say they still don't know what's causing all the train's problems, like derailments and spalling, but are working on an axle redesign and prototype. Some double car service resumed yesterday on the LRT. OC Transpo says it is confident full service will resume in June, but still can't commit to an opening date for the East End extension.
Why are we not able to estimate an opening date? We have the carriages, we have the parts, we know how long the replacement takes. You should be able to map this out.
I'm concerned about the near-term Canada Day Blues Fest. that does not function without double train sets. And I'm really concerned about September and return to office. We've got to get this right.
The city has put a mileage limit of 100,000 kilometers on all trains, requiring those that hit that limit to be removed from service and have parts replaced. Alstom says it has a sufficient supply of parts to manage those replacements. One person is dead after a fire on Russell Road, and 10 tenants have been displaced. Firefighters were called to the 1600 block of Russell Road near Industrial Avenue last night. When fire crews arrived, the flames were spreading to the adjacent unit. The fire was declared under control at 11:59 p.m. 3 adults were treated and released at the scene for minor injuries. An investigation is underway to determine the origin and cause of the fire. The Ottawa Charge fought a good fight in Montreal last night, but lost in overtime to the Victoire.
Overtime history in the playoffs. Flaherty in front. They score! Montreal steals game one at home.
All right, that was game one of the Walter Cup final. Both teams gunning for the win, but the effort pushed the game into overtime. This first one goes to Montreal with a final score of 3-2. Game two is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon before Game 3 in Ottawa on Monday night at the CTC.
And now, Davidoff again, fires, scores! There it is, his first Stanley Cup playoff goal.
Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens are one win away from securing a spot in the Eastern Conference Final. They won 6-3 last night in Buffalo. Canada's long-awaited electricity strategy has been released.
Are there assets that the federal government has that we could recycle the investment into supporting building new assets? Is that in?
The new plan is to double the capacity of the national electricity grid by 2050. It would also adjust clean electricity regulations to allow natural gas to play a larger role. Prime Minister Mark Carney says affordability is a key consideration with a goal of lowering energy costs for 70% of Canadian households. Construction is expected to cost more than $1 trillion, and public money will be used to cover some of that cost. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling it a re-announcement of old Liberal policies that, quote, hiked electricity prices. Canada's top doctor says there are 36 people in the country being monitored for hantavirus after an additional 26 contacts were identified.
We were also notified of an additional 26 travelers who were on the flights but deemed by local European public health as being no risk. Again, in Canada, we are taking a precautionary approach, and we have deemed them to be minimal or low risk as opposed to no risk.
There are now 27 low-risk and 9 high-risk contacts, which include the cruise ship passengers and their close contacts. All are asymptomatic. The outbreak began on the cruise ship MV Hondias, and 3 passengers from that ship have died from the virus. Honda is suspending indefinitely plans for a $15 billion electric vehicle project in Ontario. The automaker says the move is part of a larger overhaul of the company's business model. Honda CEO saying they will focus on rebuilding its auto business structure over the next 3 years, shifting focus to hybrid models that are currently in high demand. Honda Canada says the suspension of the EV project will not affect the existing plant in Alliston, Ontario. Drivers are becoming frustrated after a new section of construction along Highway 417. Now, the city confirming this is part of the ongoing Stage 2 LRT expansion.
Lane closures or lane shifts are for Stage 2 work. It's associated with overhead signage that we're putting in along the 417 that has been bundled as part of our project.
Construction work along a portion of the Queensway, Highway 417 near Pinecrest Road is causing slowdowns. According to the city, a lane shift is in place until July 28th, impacting a single lane in both the east and westbound directions. Drake dropped 3 albums last night.
What y'all thought I was done? Y'all forgot what I done? Y'all forgot about Drake? Y'all forgot where I'm from? Y'all forgot if I gave you a hand, you under the thumb?
All right, this is pretty impressive. For the announcement, Drake froze the city's most iconic landmark. The freezing of the CN Tower involved the use of 75 projectors, occurred during the live stream of Iceman Episode 4, which played songs from the album. The 3 albums are Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habibti. Wow, I gotta say that twice there to get it right. Okay, it's time now to take a look at your forecast. It's gonna be a great looking long weekend. Let's get into it here. So we're starting off the day, it's cloudy. We could see a couple of showers into the afternoon. There's a slight chance of that, but not enough to wash out the afternoon. Here's a look at current temperatures. Looks like we sneaked up into the double digits, 10 degrees. And right now, Brockville at 11. There is a slight chance of a few passing showers into the afternoon. You can see there, but nothing long lasting. And into Saturday, again, we might see a couple of showers for you there. Now, why don't we get into this and talk about how things are going to shape up over the long weekend? I know everybody wants to see how is this going to work out. So today, Friday, 22 our forecast high in Ottawa, 21 in Cornwall. Looks like we're going to get up to 20 in Petawawa, in Montreal. Mont Tremblant expecting a high of 19 degrees. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. It's going to be mild, 23 on Saturday. Again, looking at the slight chance of showers. Nice and sunny on Sunday, 21. Monday, 25. And yeah, that's right. Tuesday, we're projecting to get up to about 30 degrees, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. So you can see their temperatures going to remain well above our seasonal average there for the next 7 days. And taking a look now at your traffic, there is a collision on Carling Avenue westbound between the Transitway and we also have a collision on Pinecrest Road between Queensview and the 417. There's a collision on Walkley Road eastbound between Baycrest and Hetherington highways. They are busy, so take your time.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Kicking it off today with the Main Street Farmers Market opening day. It's tomorrow. This is a producer-only market, and it features local vendors who make, bake, and grow everything within 100 kilometers of Ottawa. Along with fresh produce and baked goods, you'll also find live music and special programming throughout the day. This is 9 to 2 at the Grand Allée Park. Next up today is Ottawa Polish Fest in the Byward Market. Celebrate Polish culture with food, folk dancing, music, and family fun all afternoon long. This is happening tomorrow, and admission is free. Sounds like lots of fun for the whole family, or if you have some out-of-town guests visiting this weekend. Last on the list today is The Fray at Hard Rock Live. If you're looking for a night out this weekend, the Summer of Light tour stops in Ottawa tomorrow night. It's a 19-plus show starting at 7 p.m., and tickets are available through Ticketmaster.ca. Great for a date night. As usual, lots more happening this weekend around the capital. For the full list and all the details, check ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, I'm Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Oh, we're here in the Your Morning Kitchen, and look at that. You got the barbecue sauce. Ooh, you got the ribs here. We are talking about the Barhaven Rib Fest and Poutine. I've got Les and I got Steph here with me. And what are you doing cutting into paper
cutting
here?
Into some
What's
brisket
going on here? Good morning.
Good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us again. Got to show you guys the goods.
Look at the big reveal.
I know.
Look at the... So are we doing a little smoked meat too?
Oh yeah, we're doing some brisket, we're doing some beef ribs, all 100% Canadian.
How long did it take to get that baby ready?
So we smoke this for 16 hours, and then we hold it at 150 degrees for 24 hours.
Oh.
So really, it's a 2-day smoke. Beautiful like crust here.
Some folks' mouths are watering right now.
Yeah,
People
I
are
know where they
watching.
might be this weekend.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Barhaven Rib Fest and Poutine. Tell us what's going on.
So Rosie, first of all, Clark Field, 93 Houlihan Street.
Okay. All right.
And Surgeoner Barhaven has come on board as our lead sponsor this year, so we're really excited.
Good.
Ribbers, we've got 4 award-winning ribbers serving beef, pork, brisket, chicken, pulled pork, all the goodies.
Yeah.
We got some butter tarts.
Oh, you
World
have
of
to have butter
Poutine.
tarts.
Well, you can't.
Savory and sweet. Come on.
You know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Something tells me that he's really like into like, this is
I'm
your
a professional.
baby.
This is my
This is your
baby.
baby here.
This is his sandbox here.
Steph, this is amazing.
Absolutely.
So talk about this, like, you know, you got to have the barbecue sauce
No,
on
you
there,
have
right?
to. So we have a dino barbecue over here. So I personally work at Boss Hogs, but I wanted to make sure that everyone felt represented here.
Okay.
So we have some beef ribs here from Ribs Royale. We have brisket here from Boss Hogs. We have some dinosaur sauce, and then we use Oak 87's award-winning rub. So we wanted to make sure that everyone seemed very, very involved.
Butter.
I'm gonna cut into this so you guys can see
Look at
this.
that,
Look at that. Look at that. Just basically melts.
Just
As it
melts
just-
instantly. Just a beautiful piece. I might honestly take this home. You guys will not see any of
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get
we
those
need to
fingers
get
in
somebody
there.
to do a little taste test
We
here.
do.
We've got Adam hanging out here. Adam, do you want to try something?
right on cue.
Oh, we
There
got
you
a stunt
go.
stomach. There
Try
you
some.
are.
Try that.
Try some brisket. This is our fattier
that.
piece here.
I love how Adam just kind of gets
Oh, yeah.
right into it when he tries it. Just like it's so good, right?
But Adam, you can't forget the
There
beef
you
ribs
go.
are coming out.
Nice. That is so nice. Barhaven Rib Fest.
Yes.
And you got poutine
All
as
triple
well. Like, you know
rib.
what?
All
You're looking at the
Canadian.
ribs here. What else can folks expect when they
We've
go
got
on over?
bouncy castles.
Yes.
Free bouncy castles.
Yes.
We have Balloon Guy. We have live music. A
this
brand
is
new
fun.
bevy patch.
Yes. Okay.
All kinds of fun stuff going on this weekend, and it's free admission.
Oh, that's great.
Doesn't get any better.
Do you have any napkins available there?
No,
Because
no, it's all finger
Take a
licking,
bite?
Rosie.
I think
That's look at that.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
like a kid.
So you got a competition as well, right? Happening
On Sunday afternoon,
How
we're going to
many
be
ribs do they
we're going to
go
have probably 3 each, so 12 bones, and then we'll do the chicken, we'll do the pulled pork,
Yes.
the brisket. We even added brisket, so somebody's going to have a bit of a
I think I might be taking it home.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be close.
And then, of course, a lot of barbecue sauce will be
Oh, yeah.
available to buy.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's this one coming
So
from
this
here?
is from Dinosaur
Dinosaur?
Smokehouse. This is proudly Canadian owned and operated.
Okay.
Out of London, Ontario. They do fantastic work. Their barbecue sauce is amazing.
Oh my goodness! And there you go. And
Absolutely.
And then you put the barbecue sauce on.
Oh, you gotta
obviously
smother
after.
it.
Yeah.
So on
after
the
you
grill,
cooked it,
you know,
it's
fire
gorgeous.
regulations can't have a grill going on in here, but
Look at
we
that.
make sure we baste this nice and good on the grill for everyone.
I mean, this
get those
looks
grill
so
marks,
good.
get extra
I
saucy.
know there's some mouths watering right now, even more.
Everybody-
Fields Park.
Yes,
Right?
be here,
Absolutely.
be there.
Be there.
Surgeoner, Barhaven Rib Fest and World of Putzin, 4 days. First one of the season.
I love it. May 15th to the 18th.
You got it.
Les and Steph, thank you so much
it's
for
our
Thank you,
coming
Rosie.
by
Thank you for
here.
having us.
Enjoy.
Love you.
Absolutely.
Happy
Make sure we leave
Ribs
some for you
Fest.
guys.
Let's get sticky.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy.
Big bite for you right there.
If you know of a great chef or restaurant you think we should feature on Your Morning Ottawa, let us know. Send us an email, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. It is 8:45. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. We're at 10 degrees, getting up to 22 today. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Ottawa. We'll be right back.
We are live here at the Ottawa Art Gallery this morning, where we got a special invite to take a look at some of the stunning artwork and, of course, final touches being put on right now for the auction happening very shortly. Joining me this morning is Melanie Hugo. Good morning.
Good morning, Melissa.
I'm so excited to be here. Okay, tell us, final touches going up this morning. What is happening?
Yeah, so we have an auction going on here at the Ottawa Art Gallery. It's a premier auction where we'll be featuring over 100 Ottawa Gatineau artists. And it's Give to Get auction happening from May 16th until May 21st.
So it starts tomorrow. That's why the finishing touches are being happening
That's
right now?
Yes, yeah, you
Wonderful.
get a behind the scenes look
love
at
it.
what's happening, all the different artworks, different mediums, different types of themes that are happening. Yeah,
And
really
tell us
excited.
about the theme this year.
Yeah, so it's Paint the Town Pink.
I love that.
Yeah, it's the Ottawa Art Gallery's signature color.
Okay.
And pink, you'll find it infused through throughout the evening.
Yeah.
And so you'll find it in the live interactive activities that are happening, in the culinary experiences, and we're also encouraging folks who come to the event to wear pink as well.
Oh, I love that. So it's going to be a fun night, and the auction is happening on the 21st.
Yes.
But you can come and take a preview beforehand.
Yeah, so there's a couple ways you can get involved. You can come to the auction itself, which is May 21st. So tickets are online currently, or you can bid online. Or you can also come see the exhibit in person. It's free and open to the public starting tomorrow.
Okay, wonderful. Tell us about some of the artwork we're seeing here. This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so I was able to get a sneak peek of the work, and as an artist and printmaker myself, I'm very drawn to sort of artwork that has bold lines and shapes. And so this is a work by Farouk Kaspalis, who's based here in Ottawa. And it's screen printed, and I really love the bold colors, the shapes, the text that's integrated. And he's an established artist here and an educator as well. And many people in Ottawa have passed through his classes, so wanted to point this.
I'm noticing the
piece out.
barcodes. Is this what people can scan to make their bids?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. So we try and make it easy for folks to bid while they're here. And so if you scan the QR code, you'll be taken to the artist's piece, the biography, and the amount.
Okay, and you can see some information here of some of the artists. They've kind of given some details of their work.
That's right,
And
yes.
the prices as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And
absolutely. So many different pieces as well.
love it, yeah.
We're releasing a variety of different mediums that people use.
Yes, yeah, everything from print to what Farouk made, to painting, to photography. We even have jewelry, ceramics, so many things you can easily install in your home or wear.
Absolutely beautiful. So many talented artists within our city as well. I think a lot of people don't realize how many artists there actually are.
Yeah, yeah. Ottawa has a really vibrant cultural scene, and I think this is one of the ways to discover it is by coming to the auction and seeing the wide breadth of work. Some of this work here has been made in the last 2 to 3 years, so you're really getting the freshest work that people are making.
And then do the artists decide what paintings and what products will be featured here this week?
Yes, yes. So we reach out to the artists in advance of the auction, and many of them have donated some of their pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then proceeds from the piece, where does it go?
Yes, so the proceeds from our fundraising auction, they go to exhibitions, they go to acquiring artworks, they go to art and wellness programs at the Ottawa Art Gallery, and really it's to, make it free and open to the public. That's one of the things that we really pride ourselves on.
And if for some reason someone cannot get out to this weekend to view the artwork or to the auction, is there a way they can still be involved?
Sure, yeah. So they can go online and they can check out the artworks there, Ottawa Art Gallery's website, and you'll find auction information there. And then you can come in and check it out in person as well. It'll be a great long weekend. Victoria Day weekend, and so we really encourage people to come out, and everything is free.
Wonderful. And how can people get more information? Is there a website that they could go to for more information?
Yes, they can go to Ottawa Art Gallery's website, and it's the Give to Get auction page, and all the information will be there.
I love it. And wear your pink, people. I have a full pink wardrobe, so this would be perfect for me. Thank you so much, Melanie, for letting us have a little behind-the-scenes peek at the auction that is happening on the 21st. Of course, everything gets underway tomorrow, so if you want more information, you can head to their website. Rosie.
Ottawa is always on the move
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display
And the future
meets the past.
where people come together.
Always proud
Often loud.
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa.
Do you know of a great local business we should highlight as part of our Your Neighborhood feature? Send us an email at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Why don't we take a final look at the forecast? But before we get to that, we'll talk about Game 2, which is back in Montreal tomorrow afternoon. The Ottawa Charge against the Montreal Victoire. And then we've got Game 3 in Ottawa Monday night at the CTC. Let's take a look now at your forecast. 7 days. It is going to be mild. And yeah, there's a chance of a couple showers here and there, but that's okay. This weekend, look at Sunday, 21 degrees. And don't forget to visit the Ottawa Art Gallery. Look at the gorgeous works on display, some local artists showing off their wares, and you can maybe bid on them and help raise funds to support those local artists at the Ottawa Art Gallery. Have a great long weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday morning. Take good care.